I swear to devote my life to the destruction of all forms of piracy, greed, and cruelty. May my sons and their sons follow me. This is the legacy of my family. I am the Phantom.
Hello everybody, Leon Levi here. It's 2026, and I'm still buzzing about how the Phantom finally hit modern consoles and PC as a side-scrolling beat-em-up back in 2025. Something fans had been dreaming about for years as the Ghost Who Walks punched his way through waves of Singh Brotherhood pirates. But that's just the latest chapter. There's Phantom 2040 from 1995, a classic action-adventure, and Defenders of the Earth, a 1990s side-scrolling action game starring team-ups with Flash Gordon and Mandrake. And let's not forget about the 2003 GBA Phantom project that was never actually released. In this video, let's break down these games, and in the meantime, let me know which one was your favorite among these.
For those who came in late, 400 years ago, pirates attacked and destroyed a great sailing ship. A father sacrificed his own life to save his son.
Phantom. When I played the Phantom from 2025, it felt like someone took an old arcade beat-em-up and rebuilt it for modern consoles. It's a side-scrolling brawler developed by Art of Play, released on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, and PC through Steam on Windows and Mac OS. I can control the Phantom or Diana Palmer and move through a long story campaign with 14 stages, fighting the Singh Brotherhood in a brand new canon story approved by King Features. The basic loop is very simple. Walk right, punch and kick enemies, chain light and heavy attacks into combos, grab, dodge, and use specials, just like classic 90s beat-em-ups. The game slowly adds tougher enemy types, boss fights, vehicle sections, and assists from Devil the Wolf, which keeps the fighting from feeling too flat. Visually, it's full 2D, hand-drawn art with motion comic cutscenes and bold outlines, so it really looks like a Phantom comic come to life. It targets fans of old-school beat-em-ups and Phantom comics rather than the mainstream. Reviews and player opinions are mixed. Some people enjoy the nostalgic gameplay and presentation, while others complain about rough difficulty spikes, glitches, and stiff movement. If you love simple side-scrolling brawlers, retro-style games, or you've always wanted to actually play as the Phantom in a full game, you can surely check it out. Phantom, the Ghost Who Walks. The Phantom, the Ghost Who Walks on Game Boy Advance is the great what if of Phantom games for me. It was an action-adventure title developed by 7th Sense Studios and meant to be published by Microids around 2003 as a dedicated Phantom game for Nintendo's GBA. In this one, I would have played as the Phantom in side-view jungle and city environments, moving through larger levels instead of tiny, linear stages. Design documents and prototype footage show a mix of platforming, melee, gunplay, stealth, and even a surrender system where enemies could give up instead of always being killed, which matches the Phantom's strict moral code. The game looked like a compact but ambitious handheld adventure, with more open layouts and objective-based missions, something closer to a light exploratory action-adventure than a simple run-and-gun. From what we know, development actually went smoothly, and both this and a Mandrake GBA game were nearly ready. The reason it was cancelled was not quality, but money. Microids declared bankruptcy right as the games were being prepared for release, and because 7th Sense was tied to them, both the publisher and the studio went under. Market-wise, it would have been aimed at kids and handheld action-adventure fans, plus Phantom readers. Today, collectors and Phantom fans see it as a lost gem, known only through leaked prototypes and documents on preservation sites. Phantom 2040. Phantom 2040 is one Phantom game I always think of when I want something that actually plays like a deep 16-bit classic. It came out in 1995 on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, with a Game Gear version and some PC releases, developed by Viacom New Media for the main consoles and unexpected development for Game Gear. I play as Kit Walker, the future Phantom, in a dark, cyberpunk world full of evil corporations, robots, and bioorganic monsters. Instead of simple stages, the game gives me big, interconnected maps to explore. I run, jump, duck, shoot, use a rope-like gadget to swing, and revisit earlier areas with new routes open. There are also major story choices that change what levels I see, what items I get, and which of the many endings I reach, which was a big deal for a licensed game in the mid-90s. The art style leans into dark, detailed backgrounds and comic-inspired character designs that follow the animated series. Back then, critics praised the complex structure, atmosphere, and story, but also warned that respawning enemies and stiff controls made it hard and sometimes confusing. Over time, retro fans have come to treat Phantom 2040 as an underrated Metroid-like. Great if you enjoy exploration, map knowledge, and multiple playthroughs. If you like slower, thoughtful 16-bit action with a lot of routes and endings, this one is absolutely worth playing. Defenders of the Earth. Defenders of the Earth is a very different Phantom game, because here, he is a part of a full team-up rather than the main star. The game was released around 1990 on home computers like the Commodore 64, Amiga, and various PC formats, developed by Enigma Variations and published by High-Tech Software. I mostly control Flash Gordon in a side-scrolling action platformer, fighting through Ming the Merciless bases to rescue the hero's kidnapped children. The twist is that I can call on the others for special abilities. Mandrake can create platforms or illusions, Lothar can smash heavy objects, and the Phantom can pick locks, opening up alternate paths. The gameplay is simple but very tough, with strict time limits, lots of enemies, and tricky jumps that feel very late 80s home computer in difficulty. Visually, the game actually looks great for the time, with detailed sprites and backdrops that match the cartoon cast. On the market, it slotted into that wave of budget-priced cartoon tie-ins that were expected to be quick sellers on microcomputers. Reviews and later retrospectives say mostly the same thing. Good graphics and music, but repetitive gameplay and a difficulty curve that can feel unfair. If you're into obscure licensed games, 8-bits and 16-bit microcomputer history, or early Phantom appearances in gaming, it's still a fun curiosity to check out today. And that's pretty much every Phantom game we've had so far. From old home computer stuff to canceled GBA plans and a modern beat-em-up, The Ghost Who Walks has had a strangely varied gaming life. None of these games is perfect, but each one does something interesting with the character. Whether it's deep exploration, tough old-school action, or simple arcade-style fun. If you're into retro games or you love the Phantom, I think all of these are worth at least a look. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving us a like, subscribing to the channel, and tell me in the comments which one you'd try first. Thanks for watching.